Hello, good afternoon. This is David Soto talking to you, and today is my weekly trade predictions for the upcoming trading week of June 7th through June 11th, 2021. Okay, and what I will do here is I will look at all the major Forex currency pairs on a 30-minute time frame, okay, just like you see right here. And then I will compare this to higher time frames, such as the 4-hour daily and weekly charts, and then I'll try to give you my analysis based on my experience and what I think is going to happen this coming week. Okay, so to begin with, I want to say that this last Friday was the non-farm payroll. Okay, meaning that is when all the U.S. government, even the Canadian government, gives out all their job reports and employment information. Okay, this is one of the biggest trading days of the month, and also one of the biggest determining factors of how the U.S. dollar is doing. Okay, the U.S. dollar is the strongest currency in the world. Okay, so kind of everything revolves around the U.S. dollar. So we want to pay special attention to what the U.S. dollar is doing. Okay, so that we can see how other currencies are going to behave, right? So we say that the unemployment figures dropped slightly, which is good, but the number of job growth did not. Okay, so did not perform like they anticipated, so actually caused the US dollar to drop some. And if we look right here, okay, I have US dollar Canadian dollar pulled up here just so you can see. Here on the end of the chart right here, we see that on Friday this price spiked down and had a slight retracement to come back down again. So it formed a nice support here. Long term it should be going up, but in the short term it's going to be dropping. Okay, and it's kind of unfortunate. Okay, now everybody was thinking the US dollar is going to shoot up, which I don't know. A lot of economists are saying that the US dollar is doing better now, and that, you know, we're going to have more job growth, etc. But US dollar is still very weak right now. Okay, we see right here investors are not buying. Okay, people panic and everybody's selling right now. So but we will see as time goes on exactly what the US dollar will do. But I want to start with EURUSD like I always do. Okay, and we see the opposite right here. Okay, we see the opposite right here where the euro spiked up. Okay, so the US dollar drops, the euro goes up. Okay, and vice versa for any currency pair that's matched to the US dollar. Okay, it could be the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, whatever. Okay, so anytime the US dollar drops, it will allow another currency to go up. So we see here on EURUSD that it is, you know, definitely spiked up pretty good there, and now it fizzled out on Friday afternoon, which is normal because trading slows down. But it looks like it's going to continue to go up. If we go to the 4-hour chart, okay, look at this. Wow. So we have a down arrow to sell. So like I said before, long term the US dollar is scheduled to go up. Okay, but if that's the case, then the EURUSD long term should be scheduled to go down. Okay, and that's what we're going to see. So in the short term, I think it's going to spike up even more. Okay, but eventually this will drop. Okay, the EURUSD will drop, and I don't know exactly when. If you look at the daily chart and even the weekly chart, it all have a red arrow here showing you to sell. So we know on the bigger time frames that long term is going to be dropping. Okay, so in the short term, if we go to like a 1-hour chart, let's look at this. See, the 1-hour chart shows the buy. So here's what's going to happen this week. Okay, if we look at this past week on a 30-minute chart, we see that we had, like I showed you in the beginning, we had mostly flat range of market. Okay, but we did have a slight decrease. So here's what I think is going to happen. We have a strong resistance here, and we also have another resistance right here, okay, on this candle. And I don't know what I think is going to happen. The price is going to hit here, or it's going to rebound to this point here. Okay, if we go back to the 4-hour chart now that I got that marked, we see here there is that strong resistance, and here's the other resistance. So it's kind of like a step coming down the staircase. All right, So anytime you have a resistance that's broken, it becomes a support, okay, and vice versa, okay. So, you know, at one point this was it broke the resistance, became a support, and now I broke that support here again and become a resistance. Okay, so right now it's a resistance. What I think it's going to do is going to touch that resistance and come back down. If it breaks and keeps going up, then it's going to go to the next level. Okay, so in the beginning of this week, we should see the EURUSD climb up and hit a strong point. Okay, now long term it's going to be dropping. Okay, that's what we need to be prepared for. Okay, so I would not buy right now, even though on the smaller time frames like the 30-minute and 1 hour it shows to go up. Excuse me. You could buy right this minute, but the thing is, we want to go with the long-term trend. Okay, so what you can do is you could put a sell limit pennant order right here and another one right here. So either way, you're going to catch it when it comes back down. Okay, and it will come back down. It's just a matter of time. And for all intents and purposes this week, I think we're going to see more of a flat range of market. Okay, I don't really see a huge drop. Okay, what I think is going to be pretty much, it's going to spike up, back down like that, and the price will probably end right about where it is right now, maybe a little lower, but overall we will see a flat range of market. So what we can do is, I feel it'd be safe to both buy and sell this week using a 30-minute, even a 15-minute time frame. Okay, see on the 15-minute chart it shows to sell, but bigger time frames, 30-minute, 1 hour, show to buy. So you know, right this minute it might drop a little bit and then go back up more. That's unpredictable on the 15-minute chart. But the thing is, keep your charts on the 30-minute time frame. Okay, wait for a sell signal. You can even put it on a 1 hour chart. Okay, and wait for a sell signal and then place your trade. Okay, do not place your trade right away. You know, wait a few hours after you get the signal to sell, place your trade and close it when you get the next blue arrow, the signal to buy, on a 30-minute time frame. Okay, that makes sense. So basically, keep your charts on a 30-minute time frame. Buy and sell this week, but you know, just wait to sell right now. Do not buy right this minute and then wait for the next signal to sell. Probably happen, you know, Monday or Tuesday, I don't know. So just be very patient with this one right this moment. Moving on to GBPUSD here. Okay, again we see more of a flat range market, but with a slight decrease, I think. Okay, the price ended almost exactly where it began, but we do see that we have a high here, and then the next high is even lower. Okay, so that means that it is starting to go into a downtrend, which is good because we've been wanting these GBPUSD to go down for quite some time, and it's been very, very stubborn. Okay, last week we saw it spike up, and it actually did spike up a little bit more, and now it's finally starting to come back down. Of course, with the non-farm payroll, it spiked up this last Friday, and as you see right here on the 30-minute and 1 hour chart, we have a signal to buy. Okay, so we can expect it to go up a little bit more. We have a resistance right in here that I can mark. Wait a minute, I can mark that right there. So that is most likely the spot where it's going to form a red arrow, or a little bit higher. Okay, it could be right here on this red arrow. Okay, so just be prepared for that. Okay, again, wait for the next red arrow on a 30-minute or 1 hour chart, and then place your sell trade. And as we can see here, we've had mostly range of markets for the last couple of weeks with this, and we're going to see a continuation of that this week. Okay, and I think it's going to drop more. We'll probably see the price end lower than where it began right now, which is very, very feasible. So right now it's kind of at a high point, so we should see the price end somewhere down here in this area. Okay, so again, wait for the signal to sell. After you get the signal to sell, wait a couple hours, place your trade, and close it on the next blue arrow, and then just repeat that process. Okay, keeping a 30-minute time frame. Moving to here on Australian dollar versus the US dollar. Okay, we see a little bit different setup here, but again, the price ended at the week the same place it began almost. Okay, slightly higher. And again, you see right here on Friday we had a big spike up, a big rally up because of that non-farm payroll. Okay, so but the fact that it had a big drop here shows that, wow, the Australian dollar is definitely weakening. Okay, it got a chance to regain here, but it's going to come back down. Okay, if we go to the 4-hour chart, look at this. We have a signal to buy. Okay, so that's okay, but it's not going to go way up here. Okay, we have a resistance here and a resistance here. What I think is going to happen, and I don't know, I think we'll probably form a resistance here on the 4-hour chart, maybe higher. Okay, I don't know, but we have a resistance here and a resistance here. So somewhere in here you could go to this high point right here. That would probably be, that would be the highest place that it would form. And we have a high point here, you know, high point here, resistance, resistance, resistance. We have a lot of resistance on this line. So that would probably be this spot where it would most likely go to. Okay, and the smaller time frames, you see 15-minute, yeah, it shows the sell. Okay, so it might drop a little bit and then spike up more. With this particular currency pair, what I think is going to happen for the first half of the week, Monday through Wednesday, we're going to see the price going up. Okay, and then by the end of the week, you know, Wednesday going to Thursday, we will see the price dip back down again and start to form another downtrend. So the daily shows to go up as well. Okay, and the weekly shows to sell. So this one is a lot more stubborn. Australian dollar is a very strong currency as well. So you got two strong currencies fighting each other, and we see here we've had a lot of range of markets. So right now the price is definitely going to go up a few hundred points, and then it's going to drop back down around the middle of the week. So what you can do for this particular week, okay, is keep your charts on a 30-minute time frame. Okay, right now looks like a good time to buy, but I would wait until at least the London session on Monday, maybe even the New York session, just to see what this is doing, how it's behaving. Okay, yes, you probably could buy right now, wouldn't hurt, because we are anticipating this to go up even higher. But if you want just to be safe, wait until you get a sell signal. Okay, a sell signal on like the 1 hour and the 4 hour. Okay, I would, well, yeah, I would wait until I get a sell signal on the 4 hour. That would probably be better, and I don't know when that's going to be. Okay, it might not even be this week. Okay, so this one here I would shy away from more, but definitely keep an eye on it. And like I said, once you get a sell signal on the 1 hour and even the 4 hour chart, do not place your trade right away. Okay, wait a few hours to place your sell trade, and then close it when you get the next red arrow. But when you wait for the red arrow, switch back to the 30-minute time frame. Okay, and then you can just repeat that process. You can buy on the next blue arrow and close on the red, just like that. Okay, so right this minute, again, wait until you get a sell signal on the 4 hour, and then place your sell trade, and then you can just follow suit using a 30-minute time frame. Okay, moving on to US dollar versus the Swiss franc. Okay, again, we see the price dropped on Friday because of the non-farm payroll. We had a big rally Thursday and then spiked back down. Okay, the price ended pretty much exactly where it began, and we've had enough, mostly just a range of market, but we do see the price escalating, which is good, a good sign. We have a red arrow here, and then another, followed by another red arrow even higher. Okay, so that indicates that it's going to an uptrend. Right now it's showing the sell, and it's probably going to dip down some more. I don't know how low. We have a support right here. Okay, Will it dip that low? I don't know, but it very well could. The fact that we're going to an uptrend, probably not this low. We have another support right here, okay? And I know there's no blue arrow there, but if you go to like a 15-minute chart, there might be. Yeah, 5-minute chart. I just wanted to see a bit. Yeah, right here on the 5-minute chart, it shows right there. So, excuse me. So, anyhow, what we are anticipating is for this to drop. Okay, some more, probably here or a little bit lower, and then spike back up. So the long-term trend, okay, the long-term trend, if we look here on the 4-hour chart, it shows the buy. Daily chart does not, okay, and the weekly chart shows the buy. So we know long-term is going to be going up, okay. Remember, this right here is set to drop this week, okay. So at least the first half of the week, okay. I think the first half of the week we'll see this drop, and then around Wednesday or so we'll see it come back up. We have a low point here on the daily chart, okay. If I mark that and I go back to the 4-hour, we see that yes, this is where this blue arrow is. So that would probably be more or less the target where this is going to drop, and what we're looking for is another blue arrow, okay, to form, okay. We would like to see a blue arrow on the daily chart. If we get a blue arrow on the daily chart, then yes, it's definitely time to buy, okay, because the long term is going up, okay. What I would do in this particular case, okay, what we can do, here's a very, very good option. You can put a buy limit pending order just above this green line here I got marked, okay. Probably, you know, oops, probably if I can grab this, like right about here, okay, on this support line. Even if it drops a little bit more, it's okay. You have a slight drawdown, but eventually it's going to go back up. The reason we activate a buy limit, because when it drops, it's going to activate a buy trade, and then it go back up, okay. And then you could put your take profit up here, and it might take a day or two for it to reach that take profit, but that's okay. Okay, you will get, if I get the crosshairs, let's say we put a buy limit here, and we put a take profit here, okay. That's already 1,000 pips. Wow. So like I said, that's not going to happen overnight. It would take a couple of days, but that would be a nice profit. And then you can sell right this very minute if you want. I think it's going to drop some more, but the long-term trend is showing the buy, okay. So me personally, I would not sell right now. I would wait. I would put a buy limit, or I would just wait until I get a buy signal on like the 1-hour and 4-hour charts, okay, especially the daily, right, because we've been waiting that for a long time. But keep your, you know, look at the 1-hour, 4-hour, daily, like that, and wait till you get a signal to buy. If you're on the 1-hour chart, okay, and you get a signal to buy, wait a few hours, okay. Don't just rush and place a trade. Wait a few hours and then place your trade, okay, and then you can close it on the next red arrow, okay. Buy on the blue, close it on the red, which is a signal to sell. And once you place a trade using the 1-hour chart, then switch back to the 30-minute time frame and wait for the next red arrow like this, okay. Hope that makes perfect sense. And for this week, again, all the currency pairs are going to be in a flat range of market for the most part. So we'll have good opportunities to both buy and sell. So you can definitely keep your charts on the 30-minute time frame. You can buy and sell. And I lost my train of thought. Wait until you get a signal to buy, like I already said, and then close it on the next red arrow. Once you get the next red arrow, then feel free to repeat the process, okay. Place another sell trade, but again, wait a few hours to place that sell trade and close it on the next blue arrow. Buy on one arrow, close it on the opposite, and just repeat that process. Okay, and this way you don't have to be constantly looking at your charts. It usually takes 24 to 48 hours between signals. Okay, so you have plenty of time. You can always set a reminder on your cell phone to check your charts like every 4 hours. Okay, that's what I like to do for me personally. Okay, every 4 hours I'm logging in, checking my accounts, and see what's going on. If you look here at USDJPY, okay, moving on here, it's interesting. We see the price actually ended slightly lower than where it began, but for more or less it was in a flat range of market. We see the price escalated all week. Okay, like the price was going up, and then Friday with non-farm payroll, boom, spiked back down. Interesting enough though, this one formed a blue arrow. This one formed a blue arrow on the 30-minute time frame. So what does that mean? Okay, I think it's going to drop more. If we look here on the 1 hour chart, see, 1 hour chart shows a sell still. Look at the 4 hour chart, shows a sell. So we might have a slight pullback going back up, but long term it should be dropping. Now this USDJPY typically is going to behave a lot different than USDCHF. Okay, so this one is slated to go down. If you look at the daily chart, it's slated to go down. So, and we have a support way down here. I can mark that so you can see. Okay, we have a support right here, and that is, I guess that is where we are anticipating this to drop. Okay, and this is a daily chart, so it could take another month or two, I don't know, for that to finally drop. If you look at the weekly chart, however, it shows the buy, and it's been showing that for a long time, but we have another buy signal followed by another, followed by, I don't know, I hope a red arrow. Okay, so this should be going up long term, and that is like in the next 6 months. Okay, we're going to be seeing this go up. Okay, so for this week, okay, for this week I think that we're going to see a drop. Okay, the 4 hours shows to buy, sell. 1 hour shows to sell. 30 minutes shows to buy. So the smaller time frames, 15 minute like that, show to buy, but you see it's not really going up, is it? Okay, so it might go up a little bit more, form a red arrow, and then drop further. It might not even go up at all. It might just keep dropping. Okay, this happens all the time on these smaller time frames like that, and it could repaint or form another blue arrow even lower. Okay, keep that in mind. So we're looking at the 4 hour chart for this week. Okay, and we're looking for it to drop. Okay, so you could, like I said, you could sell because the daily chart shows the sell, and yeah, 1 hour shows the sell. So some of the bigger time frames are showing you the sell right now, so it's not bad to sell. What I would do though, if you look here on the 1 hour chart, okay, we're gonna keep it on the 1 hour right now, and we have a support right here, whole area of support. Wait for that to break and then place your sell trade. Okay, keep your charts on the 30-minute time frame. However, you see here on the 30-minute time frame, you got a support right there, which is good, perfect. Wait for that to break. I feel pretty confident that it will break and go drop even further than that. Okay, it happens all the time. So, and that's what we're looking for. If I zoom out a little bit, we're looking for this to drop further. We have another resistance here, which is now a support because that broke. So I'll mark that so you can see. So what you can do is put a sell stop pin and order below this with a take profit above this line. Okay, in that line right there, put a sell stop with take profit. Okay, hope that makes sense. And if we get the crosshairs, I can put a sell stop here and take profit about there, so you can get about easy 200 pips out of this deal. Okay, right now it shows to go up, but do not buy right now. Okay, sell only. Well, you can both buy and sell, but wait until you get either, you can wait until you get a sell signal on a 30-minute time frame and sell, or you could put a sell stop. You can also check this out. If I mark this resistance here, okay, I don't think it's going to shoot up that high, but it could. You could put a sell limit pin order here, like right in here, and then put a take profit above this line. Okay, so you'd have a sell limit and then a sell stop. Okay, and I show this in my other strategy videos how to do that exactly. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me on Facebook using the link below. But that is definitely a good strategy. So yes, for this week it would be safe to both buy and sell using a 30-minute time frame. It's just keep in mind this is probably going to be dropping. Okay, and the first half of the week we will see this drop and then spike back up again. And the long term, over the next couple months, we will probably see it drop even more. Okay, it's going to take a long time. US dollar is definitely picking up, so we will see. I don't know. We had some really high highs, so I don't know what's going to happen exactly. But I feel that for this week, we're probably going to see it drop even more. And then in the following week, we'll see it spike, rally back up again. Okay, so definitely be looking to sell more than buy. But for all intents and purposes, you could both buy and sell. Just wait. If you're going to buy, do not buy right now. Okay, wait until probably about Wednesday. Honestly, give it a few days if you want to buy. Right now, I would look to sell, and then probably around the middle of the week or so, I'd be looking to buy again. We're going to US dollar versus Canadian dollar, which we showed you in the very beginning, right? And this one is, more or less in a flat range of market, as we see here, running in a sideways fashion, right? And the price ended almost exactly where it began, which is okay. But you see here on Friday, it spiked back down. Okay, now this is US dollar, Canadian dollar. They both kind of had a bad jobs report, but US dollar is the bigger of the two, obviously, and we see it rally down. So what's going to happen this week? Okay, this one is really good for both buying and selling using a 30-minute time frame. As you see here, okay, you have a lot of highs and lows, and if you get a signal to buy or sell, just wait a few hours, place your trade, and close it. Right now, it shows to sell. I would not sell right away, but if you look at the 4-hour chart, it shows to buy. Daily chart shows to buy, and the weekly chart shows to buy. Okay, so we know long term is going to go up. Now, I tell you one thing, on this weekly chart, this has repainted several times, meaning it's dropped even more, and that's not good. Okay, the US dollar is definitely weak, okay, compared to the Canadian dollar. But if we look here on the daily chart, we see it just flatlined here. Okay, so we can expect this to be going back up. Okay, so I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely going to be going up, but right now it's still weak, and we had a bad jobs report, or not as good as expected jobs report, right, this past week with the US dollar. So look on the 30-minute time frame, it shows a sell. 1 hour shows a sell. So what's going to happen this week is we're going to see mostly just a flat range of market, but in the beginning of the week we'll see it drop, and then around Wednesday we'll see it spike back up again. Okay, and so yes, you can both buy and sell. Right now, of course, I wouldn't place a trade right away, but technically you could sell. If you look at the 15-minute, it shows the buy. So we can expect in the opening on Monday for this to go back up a little bit and then shoot down even more. So if you want, I would wait until at least the London session, maybe New York session, before placing a trade to see what's going on. But I think you probably could sell right now and place your trade. All right, just place a sell trade and close it when you get the next arrow to buy on the 30-minute or even 1 hour chart. 30 minutes perfectly fine, but like I said, right now it looks like an optimal time to sell. Just don't rush to sell right this very second. Okay, wait until about the New York session, place your sell trade, and then close it when you get the next blue arrow. Now when you get the next blue arrow, wait a few hours. Okay, wait about 3 or 4 hours, and then place your trade. Okay, place another buy trade and then close it when you get the next red arrow. Just keep repeating that process. Okay, it's very simple. Okay, this one is good, excellent for buying and selling on a 30-minute time frame, because these two are very strong currencies, and they're both in North America. Okay, they're both in North America, and they're both dependent on energy or oil for energy. So they have a similar economy, and these two always clash with one another. Okay, and right now they're both struggling with the pandemic, and they're both fighting to make a rebound. Okay, so when that happens, that's ideal time to trade Forex, because you get a range of markets, and that's nice because you get a lot of fluctuations up and down. You can both buy and sell. If we knew for a fact that yes, this is going to be going up for the next 10 weeks or something, I would just keep buying like crazy, but it's not going to happen. Okay, so you want to, you know, buy and sell using a 30-minute time frame, but set a reminder in your cell phone. Okay, check this every 4 hours. Okay, once you place a trade, check it, wait for the next arrow and close it. Okay, and just repeat that process. So very, very simple, and that's good because we don't want a lot of swap fees. Okay, you see the swap fee right here, and you get swap fees every time you leave a trade open for more than 24 hours. Okay, so ideal conditions for trading Forex is called intraday. Okay, day-to-day trading, and this will help avoid a lot of swap fees. So this type of scenario is perfect right here for trading Forex. Okay, so anyhow, that will conclude. I know I talk forever, but that will conclude my weekly trade predictions. If you have any questions at all about this, or if you need me to analyze another currency pair not listed here because there's so many, please feel free to hit me up on Facebook. I put a link below in the description of this video for my personal Facebook. Okay, please contact me there first. Also, I put a link for my private Facebook group. Okay, and you can request to join my Facebook group and post any questions or comments in my Facebook group. All I ask is that you please reach out to me first, just to let me know, and I will approve your post in my Facebook group. And this way, we can all have an open discussion. We can share amongst team members, and you know, get some different thoughts and ideas. So anyhow, I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Just let me know how I can help you. Thank you so much.